What's this? What are we doing?
Okay, we'll bring this meeting to order, 9 o'clock. We have everyone here, so we have a quorum. Would like to approve the minutes of the January 25th meeting. Those in favor? Aye, aye. Okay, new business. We have split our committee into two subcommittees. One is in charge of the forum and the other is in charge of the meet and greet. So I'd like to ask for a committee report on the forum plans.
Luann?
No.
I
No,
thought who was gonna go?
no,
who was
she's
doing the
meet and
panel
greet.
first?
No,
I'm
forum.
meet and greet.
Leslie, are you gonna give a little,
For the forums,
yeah.
The panel stop.
you know, I've been watching Jack Reacher, so, no. That's what he always says, no.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so, we met and we have signed particular. Strangers in the night. We met and have assigned tasks. Luann and Al will be meet and greet and then rovers. Marshall, you are the official question asker, the moderator. And then Max, you have offered to be the timer. And then Merle and I will be going over and looking at the questions to make sure that whatever is presented in the audience is either grammatically correct so that you look as educated as you are,
Thank you.
and we don't have redundancy of questions.
Okay, good. You have the cards and your pencils in front of you there?
Yes, these I will pass out in our closed meeting. These are a list of the questions that Merle has so kindly typed up to present to all of us from the internet.
And Max has. You have a reserve sign, and he's suggesting that he sits right in front with me asking questions. Okay, and the setup will be, Karen will handle that, and it'll be in this room at this point. And we talked a little bit about if we have a problem with COVID, we're still gonna try this room.
We are using this room at this point. We are not preparing for COVID 6 foot distance.
Okay,
We are.
sorry. Just call me any name you want to, okay? Okay. Okay, committee report on the meet and greet. Luann?
The meet and greet process will be very simple. The candidates will should come in 30 minutes early for a briefing. And then from 6:30 to approximately 7:10, we will have a 5-minute presentation by each candidate. And then following the presentations, we will have open visiting for members to talk to the candidates as they wish. Also, and I believe Karen will be setting up for water and some type of cookies or refreshments or cookies and coffee.
Coffee will be offered at the forum as well.
Okay. And that's all for mine. The only thing that I would suggest is that in the process, there's a brief section on a briefing to the candidates, and I think that we should send a copy of the briefing to each of the candidates as soon as possible so that they're aware of the process and so that they're aware of the timing of their presentations for both forums.
Sounds like a good idea.
Just so I know who I'm getting it from, because I will provide it to the candidates, but I need.
I can send you in Word format, a copy, and then I'll work with Leslie to make sure there's no changes in the panel style as far as that briefing. And then I can just forward that to Karen.
Katie has supplied a little bit of information on numbers of people that usually vote. And we had a concern that maybe 6 of us weren't enough. But with only 80 voting last time on site, I think that 80 will be fine. These are the votes. All the early voting is a huge percentage of the vote. So I kind of think that 6 people will be fine. If we want to grab somebody if we don't think it's enough, we can grab somebody that'll give us a little time. We'll assign those, what we're going to do later. I think we're all pretty well aware of what is needed in that process. So any questions? Everybody set? Okay. If you need anything, I think Karen's got pretty much everything you need and has distributed what you need today. So any questions? Any discussion? Okay.
By any chance, is there any documentation that we've used in the past for the judges as far as guidelines for in-person voting? Or is that something we should just pull out of the information that's in our candidate application packet?
Can you be a little more specific on what kind of guidelines?
Well, as I go through the information that we were given at the start, for example, that the member owners, the kind of stripe that they have on their card, that people who own multiple houses can vote, they carry more than one vote, that we should call, who we should call, the phone number should the judge have any questions to confirm the number of votes a person has, information such as that.
Oh, that'll be on that training page. I think I gave Marshall a copy of that. I sent to him digitally to review, and that'll be part of the training I would provide right beforehand. As far as, deciding how many votes someone gets based on the property, staff would be there to help you look up the properties. The judges would help decide, let's say somebody hadn't paid their dues, but they wanted to run up and pay their dues right then and there. That would be sort of a judge's decision, So as far as using the computer, staff is there to help. But as far as, let's say someone voted early and then their dues expired after the fact, staff would take it to you and say, do you want to purge their votes now, or do you want to give them a chance to pay their dues before we purge them? Those kind of decisions.
Okay, thank you.
And we have decided that it's a half hour is enough time to train everybody that day. So 8:30 would be the time that we should report.
Yeah, if you get there any earlier, you're just gonna watch us set up computers. It's really on-the-job training, and once you get a couple people through, it's, you pretty much have it figured out.
Okay, so we'll just figure 8:30, a report time, okay? Okay, any other questions? Okay, the major part of this meeting is gonna be working with the questions. And, so if there are no comments from the floor, there aren't many people here, we'll close this part of the meeting and go into closed session for the questions.